Evenicle 2 is an RPG developed by Alicesoft, one of the genre's most traditional developers that many people may not know about due to their specialty being erotic games. Even though the company had to cancel its plans to release the title on Switch, it's now available in English on other storefronts such as Manga Gamer and Jast. Evenicle 2 follows a young man named Alex. He's a physician still undergoing training and works at his grandpa's clinic in a backwater town. Full of hormones, he wants to treat some young, beautiful girls. However, the townspeople are a good deal older, not fitting his criteria. One day, a young woman named Yuragi comes to the village to die. As a sentinel, she's had to use skills, causing her to receive hero syndrome. Everyone who uses those powers will contract a random disease, and even if it's usually treatable, relapses are definite. However, Alex has a mission as a doctor. He won't let a cute girl like her die. For that reason, he must have sex with her, so his medica skill can cure her. After helping Yuragi, he sets out on a journey to become a full-fledged doctor and help many beauties along the way. Besides Yuragi, he'll have a chance to meet many girls and make a harem for himself. Each character has a unique personality, and interacting with them along the way is one of the best parts of the game, not only for the steamier scenes, but because the writing manages to be funny, compelling, and fascinating. Yuragi is a naive, prudish girl. Her judgment of what's indecent or not can be a little flaky though. If she can somehow justify it as an act of love, she gives it a pass even if the action is somehow much more perverted. In some, she can be pretty gullible. On the other hand, Kano is a noblewoman who is likely the one person with the most common sense in the whole party. She knows Alex is a massive pervert and reminds him of his goals whenever he's lost in wild fantasies. Nevertheless, her love for him makes her weak to his eager, straightforward lust. Moving on, Platina is a half-dragon girl who also joins the party. Despite her youthful appearance, she possesses the classic trope of having lived for many, many years and doesn't look elderly because of magical shenanigans. Very cute and simple-minded, she hardly shows any shame. There's also Charlotte, an archaeologist and a friend of Yuragi and Kano. Whenever ruins or something else historic is involved, she practically becomes another person. At first she may seem prim and proper, but she's a big nerd who gets giddy about her subject area. Alex meets and enjoys the company of other girls, such as the three saints who try to purify his lust. All of them are intriguing as the game explores the history of the races and areas of the kingdom. The protagonist is also fascinating, as his moral standards make him much more than the perverted doctor he often portrays himself as. The story manages to be a surprisingly good balance of humor, lore, and character development. The backstory and world concepts are very charismatic, with weird ideas like fishing sushi rolls. It's the kind of wacky world that only a developer who does not feel ashamed of their eroge history can make. The many minor character interactions available as the player goes from area to area are also a colossal part of the experience. They may seem insubstantial for players who feel like the deep lore is all that matters in an RPG, but they do wonders to deepen character relationships. Beyond the story, Evenicle 2 offers a simple but enjoyable battle system. Each character can attack, guard, and use various skills during their turns. Depending on the speed of each individual, their next turn card may come soon or take longer to show up. Alex primarily focuses on magic attacks, being a back row fighter, while most girls are front row ones. His healing options are limited by a pool of MP, Medica points, but his other skills depend on BP. Characters restore BP in battle, 1 point per turn, making it reasonably lenient as a system. MP will often depend on going back to a town or finding a restoration point during exploration. Additionally, players can pick which skills each character will have in battle through the menu. While there's a limit to how many can be chosen, this allows players to customize their characters and optimize them to exploit enemy weaknesses. Before boss battles and other significant events with combat, the game will have a checkpoint so players can go back to the moment before that event. While the areas may look simple, there are many interaction points to consider. There are treasures with items, money, and even new skills. Some points of interest offer a deeper dive into the background of each area, while floating hearts lead to short dates with the wives. Evenicle 2's translation has a handful of typos and inconsistencies. Most of the text is an enjoyable, funny read, but these minor errors can be frustrating. Also, keep in mind that while the sex scenes are a significant selling point, Evenicle 2 offers a streamer mode option in the menu that censors those events while keeping the audio and text intact. Evenicle 2 is an excellent eroge RPG with an impressive cast of characters and an engaging story. It oozes charisma, and any fan of the genre should give it a try. Come for the sexy characters drawn by Nan Yaegashi, stay for the bonds you create along the way. Noisy Pixel is giving Evenicle 2 an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to check out the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.